Hey everyone, this is Daniel Litwin, the voice of B2B, coming at you from the Market Scale studio. I'm joined today on the line by Eric Berg. He's the Vice President of Marketing for NEMO-Q, and we're coming at you with another NEMO-Q video podcast. Today, we're breaking down NEMO-Q's queuing software as a service and better understanding how it's reflecting some of the queuing needs of today's businesses. Eric Berg, great to be chatting again. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. As good as one can be. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Feeling that. We're recording this on a Friday, so the weekend is approaching, which is nice, but we got to talk some queuing before we get to our nice 2-day break here. So
Absolutely.
Eric, let's go ahead and jump in. I want to start with a little bit of context. Now that we're basically half a year deep, at least in the United States, into the COVID pandemic, how have queuing needs settled into our reimagined business landscape? Because I know that we've spoken with NEMO-Q previously when COVID was first hitting about how queuing could be a really useful solution as businesses readapted. But now that we've settled in, how have you seen queuing sort of settle into these reimagined dynamics?
Yeah, so first and foremost, as soon as this all happened, the number one thought on our mind was safety. So we've had a bit of, in the past, there's been lots of touching of touch screens and actual physical interaction between employees and customers and things like that. And so we've actually had to take a step back and create new products and services and adapt old ones to really address the safety issues.
So are facility managers today still looking for queuing solutions in general? Are you still getting a lot of fresh business, or because of COVID, have most of those changes already happened and now you are dealing with just repeat customers and customers looking for improvements to their existing systems?
No, so the market for us is exploding. We're as busy as we've ever been. The need for a safe contactless queuing solution has just skyrocketed. People are, the example you might see of, these stickers on the floor and things like that when you go to the grocery store, those won't last permanently. Businesses are looking for more long-term holistic solutions, and we provide the entire customer experience from, getting in line from your smartphone at home to actually showing up and at a time that you're meant to be served, with no, wasted time inside of the business when you don't need to be there, keeping, traffic in the lobby down to a minimum, or any business for that matter. And it's totally skyrocketed because I do not think that anyone sees some of these safety practices going away in the near term.
Are facility managers looking for queuing solutions that are more of a permanent investment in hardware and something that they would manage themselves in-house? Or are they looking for, like you said, a more holistic serviced solution? And why? Why are you seeing those dynamics develop the way they are?
Yeah, so I think part of it is it's grown. Queuing has become more than just, getting into a virtual single file line. And so I think the reason that they're looking for the entire package is just for, simply the knowledge that we've accumulated over 40 plus years in the business. And we're able to provide, like I said earlier, an entire customer experience that includes follow-up surveys and customer feedback. And so we are trying to make the entire journey from A to Z at a much more pleasant experience for the customer. And I think it's easier for that to be accomplished if they're a little bit more hands-off. Another reason that I think people are looking for the more holistic solution is just simply they don't need to invest as many IT resources. So the system is super flexible, lightweight, easy to install, and they're happy to let us run with it and give their customers the best experience possible.
Are you seeing that businesses that need queuing solutions are also motivated by just a general desire for a business partner in their solution, much like a partner for any other service that they would purchase to improve their operations or efficiency? Why or why not do you see that as a motivating factor?
Yeah, so I think they are looking for a partner. They're looking for somebody who, isn't just fly by night, come in, study the system, and leave. We're looking to grow together. So I think the number one factor there is, again, we're able to not only safely place their customers in line, allow their customers to see a customer service representative or whoever the point of contact is quickly and efficiently, safely. And then we're also able to have them with the knowledge that they get from our surveys and just our system in general, they are able to fine tune their business, make themselves more efficient. And we're always there as a partner to move forward with them in that direction and always try to add more value, which we're currently doing with some releases of new products.
Mm. Well, just to further ground this, could you give us some examples of how queuing solutions have been useful to different industries during COVID, and then now that we're sort of settled into some of those changes to our business landscape? Some of the specific industries I have in mind are retail, hospitality, and government buildings. Give us some grounded context there.
Yeah, absolutely. So starting off, there were the government mandates, and in some places there still are, on the capacity of buildings. So that was our first initial obstacle. How are we going to manage that, still see people efficiently, quickly, make sure everyone can get the services that they need? And so we were able to do that through a variety of methods. Let's say, for example, in a government building, you are only able to have 10 people in your lobby at a time. Let's say that's your 25% capacity. We needed a solution that capped that number. So for a scenario like that, we might go with appointment scheduling only, which is a feature that we offer. And that means there are so many slots available for such a short duration of time. Once those slots are gone, they're gone. That way, from 10 to 10:15 in the morning, there are never more than 10 people in your lobby. So you don't need to worry about those mandates and things getting in the way of your business. So that's just one example. Other examples are people will come into the lobby quickly, get a ticket, and they'll go wait in their car. And then we'll give them just a quick text message when it's their turn, and they come in. And again, the key here is safety and not spending too much time in the building when they simply don't need to.
So NEMO-Q's queuing software as a service is the solution that looks to solve a lot of the queuing needs that businesses are needing today, providing, like we said, that more holistic service and solution that would develop NEMO-Q as a partner with a lot of your customers. In that partnership, obviously, comes upgrades and updates to your service. So I'd like to get some info on what the most recent adaptations have been to your queuing software as a service. Could you go ahead and break that down for us, and how do they reflect some of the coming or current needs of queuing for businesses?
Yes, I'm very glad you asked that question. So we have recently launched a new product, and essentially what it is an application. It is super lightweight, super easy to use. So what we found is that as COVID has progressed, people have become more inundated with technology. Folks who, might have liked to keep technology out of their day-to-day as much as possible don't have that luxury anymore. So it is much more commonplace for people to navigate, be able to use these services. So what we've done is we have created an application where all of our products live in one place. So an example is, you go to the app. Let's say you're trying to visit your bank. You'll be geo-fenced, so you'll get a map that shows banks only in your area, and you'll select one, and it'll give you real-time updates on what the wait time is at that bank. All of those things. You'll select the service, or the bank, excuse me, and then you'll be able to select how you'd like to get in line. And there are 3 ways. The first is just simply getting a virtual ticket, and then you'll scan your QR code when you get in the office. It'll say, hey, there's about a 30-minute wait time, so be there in 30 minutes, and that's when you show up. The next is kind of a fast pass approach, trademarked by Disney, of course, but the fast pass is going to be getting you a spot in line for later in the day, right? So, hey, we have a spot at 3:30, come in, we'll get you in and out. And then of course, the third is going to be an appointment for a future date. So giving the end user the flexibility to select from all three of those options, safely show up, no contact with any hardware or anything in the building. They simply scan their QR code and they're directed to the correct representative quickly, and then they're out the door.
All right, well, let's look into the crystal ball here to wrap up our conversation. What do you imagine are going to be some of the coming queuing needs that businesses are going to have across industry? And how do you hope that queuing software as a service will meet those needs and continue to provide value for your customers and your partners?
We are always trying to adapt to the times and provide value to our customers, especially in a partner relationship. And we're just keeping our ear to the ground. Again, I think that people have definitely seen what technology is capable of now. People are more inundated, and they are going to be using services like this much more in the future. I don't think we're going to move backwards, like you said, the crystal ball. We're moving forwards and just looking to see what value adds we can bring as time goes on. And I think while maybe the whole social distancing, once we defeat this pandemic, might not be as important, I think the efficiencies we've come out with technology-wise are very important.
All right, Eric, thanks again for joining us. Again, we've been chatting with Eric Berg of NEMO-Q. Thanks for joining us, giving us your thoughts on queuing software as a service and the way that it's reflecting some of today's queuing needs. Can you give us some more information on how people can get in touch with NEMO-Q or find out more about your software as a service?
Yes, thank you. Please visit us at nemo-q.com. You can shoot us an email. There's plenty of forms for you to fill out, or give us a call anytime. Someone will be there for you. So we look forward to it.
Perfect. Sounds great. All right, Eric Berg, thanks again for joining us.
Yes.